And so we've reached the end of another Towns Bowie build-off. I've been really pleased with the turnout for this event. There's been some great efforts put in by a lot of people, including some really new beginners, in some cases the first time they've made a knife. So it's been really great to see that this is still an exciting thing for the community to do. I love judging, I love getting in there and having a look at all of the stuff that you guys make, and giving you guys the opportunity to experience and push yourself beyond your boundaries. So thank you very much to everyone who entered to start off with. And thank you to everyone who supported those people who were following along and entering into the competition. But with that being said, there are winners because there are two brackets. And so I figured we'd start off with the beginner's bracket. The beginner's bracket was hotly contested this year, and it was really difficult to judge merit over fit and finish, because there were in some cases people who, as I said in the beginning, were doing this for the very first time, and I tried to take that into account. But with that being said, fit and finish does win out at the end of the day. And so with that being said, third place winner of a stabilized handle block of material from Otway Fiddleback, is Eli Harrison with his harpoon-pointed buoy. And honestly, I love everything about this buoy. It's going in all the right directions. The blade and handle are very proportionate to each other. I love the detail of using like that texturing on the guard. The wood choice is great. I really love the kind of subtle understated wood, and the blade finish is actually quite nice. I actually really like it. He's going in the right direction for making some amazing blades further down the road. So well done, Eli, and I'll be in touch with you to mail out your wood block. Second place this year, awarded the Practical Blacksmithing annotated book series annotated by Adam at Speargrass Forge and donated by him as well, is Ben Anderson with his, what I like to call the Blackout Buoy. That's what I listed it in my notes. Honestly, love the finish on this thing. It overall, like, it flows really well. I really like the kind of stabby nature of it. It's very linear and pointed. Again, with another harpoon point buoy taking the lead. It wasn't on purpose, I swear, but the fit and finish is great. I really do love the attention to detail for the fit and finish. Everything flows really well. Obviously, there are places where there can be improvement, but you're on the right path, mate. You're doing a really good job, and I love what you're doing. So congratulations, mate, and I hope you enjoy the book. It is an absolutely amazing book for the collection. So it comes down to first place. And this year, first place for me was an interesting one because it is an incredibly well put together buoy and also features some really interesting things that I wouldn't really consider on a buoy for myself. Now, this buoy is made by Trent Looney, and congratulations, Trent, you win the version 5 Nordic Edge file guide, which I'm sure will help you to make even better things in the future. Trent decided to go a very unusual route in using a wrought iron rail spike for both the guard and the pommel. So very interesting approach to things. I do admit that the positioning of the pommel kind of confused me for a little bit, but honestly, the thing that won it out was the overall fit and finish. The clean lines and the overall profile just looks amazing. So congratulations, Trent. Well deserved, mate. I'll be in touch with you very soon, and we'll get Nordic Edge to send you out that file guide. But congratulations. And before we move on, I would like to say a huge thank you to all of the beginners that entered this year. I know that it's disappointing when you don't win in these competitions, but honestly, you guys put in so much effort. And I would like to remind all of you viewing that at the end of this video, there will be a slideshow of every entrant with a number listed next to the knife, and you can go down to the comment section and vote for them to get the Viewer's Choice Award. And I'll remind you of that at the end of the video. But please don't log off because you will be able to vote for your favorite knife at the end. So even if they haven't won yet, they may win at the end. Stay tuned. And at last, we come to the main competition. Now, the main competition, obviously, this year had that little twist in it that you had to include a hamon. And there were a few people who struggled with it. I know that there are a bunch of people who messaged me, and I'm thankful that I put out that video because I could point you in that direction. But everyone did an amazing job, and there was so many great hamon coming out. There were some really great builds, and unfortunately, I had to choose 3 out of them. So, if you didn't make the top 3, it was some strong, strong competition. But thank you so much for entering. With that being said, the third place winner of a set of bars of non-ferrous metals cast by myself is Wendell Bud White. Now, he took a really interesting approach. I have to admit, I was hoping that someone would take this general approach, and I understand from this video, or from this photo, I should say, it does not look like a buoy, but it fits all of the main parameters. It has a ricasso, which is a dedicated ricasso. It has a clip point, which is a third of the length of the blade. It has a hamon. It's not as very visible in this photo specifically, but I wanted to get a nice shot of the overall cochère that he ended up coming up with. But he also went to the trouble of making a multiple hundred layer carbon steel to make a harder. So he has like W2 1095 layered together to create that really nice subtle patterning effect that you would see on traditional katana. And I affectionately call this the Wackabowie. It's such a cool knife. I absolutely love it. I love that he took that approach. I know that it kicked his butt the entire time, and I watched the whole thing unfold on Instagram, which was great to watch. But honestly, an amazing effort by Wendell here, and I love the direction he took. I love that he took that subtle hint of my love for Japanese culture and just ran with it. He is also the first person to really take advantage of the fact that I only set a minimum length for blades, not a maximum. So this is well outside the 8-inch limit for minimum for blade length. So congratulations, mate. I will be in contact with you to send you out your blocks of metal very soon. Now to second place. Now, the second place winner this year, I didn't even know was part of the competition until the email got sent to me, which is, fine. It doesn't have to be like used on the tags or tagging me on Instagram, but I do love to see the builds. But when I immediately got this photo of the knife, I immediately fell in love with the profile and the overall aesthetic. It is aesthetically just flawless in its execution. It flows really well. All of the parts fit together really well because all of the parts are made of Damascus. Now, the maker that made this is Justin Hammond, and Justin did an amazing job of putting together such a fascinating piece that very much evokes that kind of wilderness, rough and tumble kind of thing, while also being really clean. And I love the fact that because he used, a standard Damascus, it then brings out this really rugged hamon in it as well. It's not a super ashy ridden hamon, obviously, because Damascus will kill ashy, but because of the variation in layers and the variation in etch, you get this really cool rippled effect either way. And so he absolutely nailed it. The guard itself is Damascus as well, and the pommel nut is Damascus. And I love everything about this knife. It's great. Just absolutely stunning. Well done, Justin. You won a book, the Practical Blacksmithing book, annotated by Adam of Speargrass Forge and donated by him as well. So congratulations, mate. I hope you enjoy it. I'll be in touch with you very soon to get that out to you. But yeah, well done. Last but not least, we get to the first place recipient of a prize. Now, this one was hotly contested, and the entrant who won this year was in the top 3 last year. He has been a solid contender every time he's entered these competitions, and honestly, I love seeing his work. And that is Aiden DeFazio. Aiden DeFazio, he put out this beautiful buoy. It is stunning. It is literally journeyman smith quality all the way through. 100%. I would put this on a journeyman smith table for judging every day of the week. Absolutely amazing. The hamon came out super strong, really, really well developed, and it flows really well. It's got that really nice fiery design. I really love the fact that it kind of tapers out towards the end and has those splotches towards the tip. And then, of course, the fit and finish, the overall patination of the guard, the flow of the wood that he's used, it just all comes together to make this really, really solid piece that I absolutely adore. And I love that I get to be a part of that creative process by making the competition. Like, that's the only part I have in it, but the fact that I make the competition and then this kind of stuff comes out always makes me really happy. So congratulations, Aiden. You have won a custom set of tongs forged by yours truly. So you and I will have to have a chat about what you want me to make for you. But honestly, well deserved, man. You absolutely blew it out of the park. Amazing job. And yeah, just incredible. But with that being said, we now move on to the final part, which is the Viewer Choice Awards. And I wanted to take a quick moment to stop and thank the people who make this possible. That is my patrons. My patrons have made this competition what it is and continue to keep this competition going. If it was not for them, I would not be able to post off all of the competition prizes that are going out to all of the competitors. Without those people supporting me, this competition would not exist because I would not be able to supply the prizes. So I would like to say a massive thank you to each and every one of these people for supporting me through this and supporting me through my career as a blacksmith and as a YouTuber. And as I come back to YouTube and start doing more content, these are the people that are making it possible. So thank you to them. And if you want to join their numbers, the link will be down in the description below. I would also like to say a huge thank you to Bjorn at Nordic Edge. The guys at Nordic Edge are amazing. Their quality of content is amazing as far as their knife supplies, steel grinders, grinder belts, power hammers, file guides. Amazing stuff. I have a bunch of Nordic Edge stuff in my workshop. And obviously they sponsor the Forgecast, my podcast as well, along with Zach at Laughing Fish Forge. So yeah, without their sponsorship over the years for both the Forgecast and for these competitions, again, we wouldn't have such great prizes. And then lastly, of course, my friend Adam at Speargrass Forge supplied 2 books, which are massive books. These are huge paperback books on blacksmithing that he has annotated himself, made much more accessible to the public. It is an amazing job that he's done, and I personally love my copy, so thank you again to him. And now we get to the viewer's choice, which, so what's going to happen is that there's going to be a slideshow. Each slide is going to be about 5 seconds, and there will be the knife displayed with a number. It won't have the maker unless I have specifically got like a maker tag. But other than that, I kind of want you to judge more on the knife than the maker themselves. That's the whole point, is that it's the knife that has been made, not the maker. And so all you have to do is go down to the comments below and comment the number associated with that person, so with that knife. So, you know, if you see a slide that has number 4 on it and that's the knife you like, you put number 4 in your comment. So make sure you do that. And in a week's time from when I upload this video, I will compile all of those votes together, and the winner will receive 2 sets of handle scales that were bought by me from Otway Fiddleback. So thank you again to everyone for watching. Here's the slideshow.